welcome back to AUTHORTUBE NewTubers. It is the last episode for the month of October in 2019. I've lost count now. I should probably check before I do this, but I sure didn't do that thing. 2 weeks ago, we did this live, so it is a live video. So if you want to go back last week and double check that, that would probably be great. Don't forget to subscribe to all of these channels. The links are down below, and I'm going to go ahead and just get going. JP writes, currently writes YA fantasy, but does believe they will be writing more down the road. Carolyn Tara O'Neill is traditionally published and writes YA historical fiction with other ideas in other genres down the road. Gray H is open to writing anything. C.L. Cook writes sci-fi and fantasy. Adventures in Fantasy writes fantasy and romance. Maddie Bell writes cozy mystery, sci-fi, fantasies, and psychological thriller. James Holder writes sci-fi and fantasy. Might get this one wrong, but Ainwara writes and reads, writes fantasy, horror, and thriller. I'm not 100% sure what Ash Typical writes, and here's the reason why. I originally found their channel and believed that it was all in French, and then later, after I was already done making my list and putting things together, I realized that they also have videos that are in English, which I can understand fully. Their channel is down below. Go check them out and subscribe, and don't be fooled by the fact that some of their videos are in French, because some of them are also not. Salem Gracie writes adult or new adult, sci-fi, fantasy, supernatural, paranormal, and romance. Rachel Ann writes horror and thriller. Julie Morrow writes paranormal historical fiction. And Elle Everhart writes romance. Now I'm going to start on the list where I don't actually know what they write, and I'm going to go ahead and run through them fairly quickly, and their names will also be on screen like everyone else's, hopefully for a few extra seconds, because I did it this way. Farishta Ganga, Michael Dunn, and D.W. Shepard. One quick note about D.W. Shepard is that 2 NewTubers episodes ago, I believe D.V. Shepard was in there. This appears to be the same person. I'm not 100% sure. It is possible that it is identical twins or 2 people who look a lot alike. I don't know. I think they're the same person though. So don't be as confused as I was, because I spent several minutes trying to figure out what the hell was going on and why I knew who this person was, but I didn't have them down. So that does it for this week. Don't forget that after this stream at 8 p.m. Central Time, I am over on twitch.tv/PlasticAgePlays for my Dungeons & Dragons game called Extreme Drowess. We are getting really ramped up here. It looks like we might be getting near to the end. So if you're interested in D&D drama, that's the place to go. And then also tomorrow night, I will be over on Tamara Woods' channel for our NaNoWriMo kickoff. And I believe we're mostly going to be in costume, so it'll totally be worth your time. I will stick Tamara's links down below as well. So I'll see you guys all in 2 weeks for the next NewTubers. Have a good week and good writing. Bye.